Water for hire. The best service at the best price.
This is everything.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Peaches and pears.
Come on, come on!
The caravan stops next to the
Juicy pears!
What I really want to be is...
Here you are, Good. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it! Oh, thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it. I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo, too.
So should you, Honza. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone threatens you again, you know who to turn to.
We do. And we already have. Miss L's given us a job shifting the chocobo shit out the stables. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the Stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit.
You stick at it, then.
And Goots, I'm sorry for stealing your pass.
That's all right. I've got it back now. And all's well that ends well, eh?
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
All right. Let's go.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts. And more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may. What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Terence.
My prince.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. And this is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
That's what.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
When they're afraid, they turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
What is it, boy?
What's happening?
I don't know. Torgal! This way.
The city's on fire.
I'm sure Boots is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower. In the middle of town, right?
Guard, watchman or sentry is to be slain on sight. Spare the citizenry. His Highness's orders were clear.
Those were Imperial Dragoons. What in the hell is going on?
Let's go and see.
Right. But first we find Goots.
Just hope he's all right.
You there! Identify yourself!
We have to.
They're armed! Quickly! Cut them down! Kill!
thought I'd be glad to fall into a sewer.
Attack! It's over! Go, Torgal!
Ward secured, Captain. None of the enemy forces remain. But gather them then! We press on to the council chambers. Yes, Captain. What of the men and women in the market district? The evacuation is complete, Captain. Good. Then all that remains is to dethrone the Pretender.
There it is. The bell tower.
Right. Let's go. A goods lift.
Where in Gregor's name did you come from?
All yours, Torgal! Over here!
Intruders! End of the road. Defend the gates!
Go, Torgal! Over here! Go, Torgal! Over here! This
Guess we're all ready. Nice try.
Calma aí que eu vou ler seu comentário aqui pra ver. O que é que tu falou? Oxe, velho, nem sabia que tinha anime de Final Fantasy, velho. Como assim? Final Fantasy XV.
Damn it. We'll have to find a way around.
Tá, achar outro caminho. E o dragão é porque tá tendo um ataque, pô. Aí o do Império, o outro Império, que é o do Odin, estão atacando e lá tem uns dragãozinhos que servem a ele. Mas também não faz sentido não, velho. Um fudendo dragão no meio de uma cidade. Mas na minha cidade eu sempre vejo, assim, sabe, no meio de nada. Às vezes eu tipo, peço pra minha mãe pra adotar, mas ela não deixa.
Stop! In the name of His Highness!
Esse ataque é muito bom, né?
Hold on, kids. We're coming.
Não, pra proteção da casa ela não deixa. Ela fala, não, Billy já dá conta já.
All yours, Torgal!
Porra, peraí, tem que matar primeiro você.
This one! Get him! Titan!
Se esse cara cai, ele tá fudido. Solta logo 3 ult na boca dele, velho. Espera aí, tô voltando. Puxa, é tudo igual, viado. Voltando, meu Deus do céu, é igual, aí fode. Chega, claro, boto só os melhores ataques. Eu vou ver se a ult pelo menos do raio dá dano, né? Vou ver. Se for danuda eu uso. Vamos ver, parceiro. É assim mesmo, né? O Elder Ring, um ganho marcado. O cara nem precisa nem estar caído. Tá debaixo da terra. Vai ter uma luta foda aqui agora. Ó o tamanho da arena. É óbvio que é um boy. Caralho, é o medir do Dark Souls 3.
must be one of the Dragoon's pets.
Não, esse aqui é o dragão pai, pô. Aquele é o fiote. Nossa, perfeito de ar. Pelo amor de Deus. Puta que pariu, tô logo pro outro lado, viado.
Get ready to move. Too slow. Let's try. Too slow.
chamou ali o cachorro. Upei.
Over here, Clive! Are you alright?
Goats, there you are.
I didn't know there'd be a dragon.
All right, let's get out of here.
Oh!
What now?
Is that Mother Crystal's heart?
What the hell is it doing up there?
Eita, traição. Pior que é mesmo, o negócio do minha esposa, ele só tem a metralhadora.
We must leave. Now, Your Grace. I beg of you.
This is not what he wanted. Something's happened. Forgive me, Yoda, but I must put a stop to this.
Your Grace!
Ele vai ver ele de Fênix de novo. Eu tenho que controlar. Ele nem quebrou. Easy assim. Porra! Que porra é essa? Ó, Saiu do cristal quadrado para um cristal bonito.
So, what do we do now then?
We destroy the heart.
We might come back!
As soon as the flames die down, the Imperials and the Dalmex will move in. This may be our only chance.
And Bahamut has gone for now. You should get as far away as you can, Goots.
What? And leave you lot in the lurch? I can't do that. If
Sim.
you're staying, then so am
que
I. I packed everything up before I made a run for it, so if there's out you need, just ask. But I won't be giving it away for free. Nana'd never forgive us if I did.
Thank you, Goots.
Tá, Goots, eu vou querer umas
Do you
coisinhas.
need out?
Carai.
Welcome to the Big Hammer.
Vou comprar Goots. Duas poção. Uma super poção.
Is there else you need?
É, espere
All
antes
done
de
then?
tudo, já volto. Tá, voltei, bora.
Give us a shout if you need out else.
Drake's tail is right there, Clive. It's time to free Storm from the crystal's curse.
Oh, it's past time. But remember, Bahamut is still out there.
And I dare say we'll be seeing him again before the night is done. No more roads.
We'll have to find our own path.
Do you feel that, Clive?
Ether. Just what we need. Another flood.
It's already turned them.
Then there's no reason to hold back.
Get him!
Is that the Phoenix?
Joshua! What is he doing?
Keeping Bahamut occupied.
Joshua! Joshua!
Don't, Clive. It's too dangerous.
Fuck. Hold on, Joshua. I'm coming! We have to save him.
And we will. We just need to keep moving.
Abigail! Not now!
There he is. Joshua! I'm here, brother!
Clive. He can't hear you.
Joshua!
They're heading for the heart.
Then so should we.
Those the council chambers. How are they still standing?
I don't know.
He'll be all right, Clive. He's a survivor.
We're getting close. Looks like somebody doesn't want us getting any closer.
I don't care what it wants.
Neither do I. Get him!
Silence! Stop!
I don't want to know what that is. We have to end this right now. These beasts, they're getting stronger.
We can think about them later. Right now, there's only one thing we need to focus on.
The heart.
We might be able to get up through the building.
It's worth a try.
Quiet. There's someone up there.
Is someone there?
Mother,
It's you.
what happened here?
He tried to take him from me. Oh, my boy. My darling boy.
Is this the child you made with the Emperor? Why, Mother? Why did you betray us all?
You have no right.
Answer him.
We took you in, savage. Show some respect for those who raised you. Honorable Elwyn, always thinking of his precious homeland. But what worth is a homeland in a world beset by the Blight?
Father did not seek to protect his country. He sought to protect his people.
A leader's duty is not to protect his people. It is to protect the source of his sovereignty. The noble blood that runs in his family's veins. So long as this bloodline remains unbroken, what does it matter if a nation falls? One can always found another. Unlike him, I did my duty. I preserved my line. I bore a son of the noblest blood, to whom the whole world might kneel. That is why I gave Rosaria to Sambrek, that I might join my line with the Lesages and birth a savior of this benighted land, blessed by both Bahamut and the Phoenix!
You sold your country for a child.
Why did he need another? You had Joshua.
I had nothing. You were always your father's son, so very strong and bold and daring, and yet you failed to awaken. Would that Joshua had been granted 1/10 of your strength! Oh! How the nobles laughed that Elwyn's firstborn was surely the son of a concubine, and my own, not long for this world. The shame of it! The shame of being slandered by one's inferiors! How could you ever know how that feels? It should have been you! Why didn't the Phoenix choose you?
Joshua's every waking moment was spent trying to shoulder the burden that you and the Phoenix and the Duchy foisted on him. That's why I became his shield. To help bear the weight. But what did you do? You betrayed your own blood and surrendered your son to his fate!
Joshua, my darling boy. I never meant to hurt him. The soldiers' orders were clear. He was to be spared. Why did you survive when the only one I truly cared for died?
What? Have you not looked out of the window? Joshua is here! The Phoenix lives on! He's battling Bahamut as we speak!
Mata essa puta, mata! Tá vagabundo. Meu Deus, o Fênix morreu. Ah, não.
Joshua! Wake up! I am a shield of Rosaria. And I will do my duty.
What are you...
Vai! Meu Deus, esse jogo é muito bom! Puta que pariu! Os dois vão estar juntos, pelo amor de Deus, vai ser foda. Caralho, mas ele tá gigante agora. Foi jogo mano no cu, meu irmão. Matava aquela vagabunda de vez, mas não matou. Mas mandou de cima. A música parece um God of War, velho. Eu faço o quê? Caralho, ela falou que o viadinho mais gostava pelo formato dela.
First Bahamut, then the heart.
junto, porra. Desperta o poder novo, vai um poder novo. Fique mais feroz. Aí eu tô mais ardendo no fogo. Tá. Clive aprendeu a habilidade de cospe chamas. Aperte R2 triângulo. Pô, mas esse aqui é difícil pra porra de controlar, viado. A magiazinha não tá carregada. Agora carregou. Porra. Não, não come, Joshua. Acho bom. Eu acho que não, é o MK1, sinceramente não.
Those things are drawing in more ether than I've ever seen. Thank the Founder!
It's now or never, Joshua.
caralho. Com essa foto é... Tem que botar no mural.
What now?
This is drinking the ether. We have to stop him.
Stronger than this. Come on, Ifrit. Show us your true power.
Ah, nossa, não, pelo amor de Deus, velho. Que lindo, velho. Meu Deus. Eu tirei 20 prints aqui. Eles tipo... Ah, não. Eles foram pro espaço, meu irmão. Que porra é essa que tá acontecendo? Que porra tá acontecendo, velho? Não! Porra, não foi quadrado. Versões aprimoradas de grande parte das habilidades de Ifrit ficam disponíveis de forma Ifrit.
How can we hope to match such power? By trusting in our own.
Pariu, meu irmão. Tá tirando isso, velho.
Joshua! This ends now!
Jogo do caralho, meu irmão. Que jogaço, velho. Melhor jogo que eu joguei esse ano, sem dúvida. Esse jogo não compete jogo do ano, meu nome não é Pedro, velho. Puta que pariu.
Dion!
Ele deveria ter essa habilidade de transformar a mão numa espada. PG, se o Dion assim a batalha contra o Odin, meu irmão. Tô preparado pra isso não.
Joshua! Clive! My brother.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're alive. We both are. Nothing else matters. I never dared hope that I would see this day.
Reunited at last.
Jill.
This is for my father! It is done. The demon that would tear our house apart is no more. Father.
The Mother Crystal. It's collapsing.
Right. We need to leave.
No. Wait. I owe him a debt.
Fine.
Mais um poder pra conta do pai, caralho.
You there. Tell me what section. Little as you don't reinforce the walls. May not be the situation. Report, Captain. It could be fires of spread.
Can nothing be done to call them off?
I regret not, Your Radiance. The Dragoons answer to none but His Imperial Highness. The Council is powerless to intervene.
We're hearing reports of rebel
Madness is this, Dion.
throughout the neighboring districts.
Focus all efforts on extinguishing the fires around the capital. The city can wait.
Don't be daddy, man. Go!
Your Radiance.
And I want you to find out make sure the doors are locked.
By the light! Dion, have you taken leave of your senses? Call off the Dragoons at once!
Fear not. The populace will come to no harm at their hands. I am here to save you, Father.
Save me?
A creeping darkness hides in the heart of Sanbreque. It stems from your wife, the traitorous Annabella.
Not another word, Dion.
Father, though you may not see it, the darkness has taken hold of you. It has made you forget yourself. But I bid you remember, there was a time when you ruled not with cruelty, but with compassion. Why now do you turn your back on your people? Why now do you seek to stoke the fires of war? You too have borne witness to this change, Your Eminences. And you know, as well as I, who is responsible for it. A puppet now sits upon the throne, but cut his strings, and the master loses the power!
What?
Dion, you bear steel before your Emperor?
Guards! Take him!
For every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. Those were your words. But when the last of your citizens has fallen, and all of their homes have been reduced to ash, what will become of your empire, of its rulers, of your god? As the Mother Crystals crumble one by one, and the Blight sweeps in to claim all that we hold dear, our people look to their Emperor for protection. Yet he labors not to secure their futures, but to seize what is left of the twins for himself. Even if it should come at the cost of everything his loyal citizens have labored to build.
Dion, you must understand.
A small price to pay, is it not? You've been blessed with great power, Dion. Enough to win me the world. So go, claim Valisthea for me, brother.
Mother.
Poor father. How he doted on his children. That he would die to protect me was plain. It was but a matter of when.
You planned this?
You did well to endure so long. But you broke in the end, as I knew you would. And now Muthos approaches. Put him to the proof. I would see if he breaks. Go, Bahamut. Kinslayer.
Not again.
Brother?
It's a long story.
You cannot stay here, Mother. Come. Take my hand.
Get away from me! This is all just a dream, just a bad dream! You will not take me, Shadow! You will not take me!
Mata, se mata. Morre, morre logo, morre. Comete suicídio. Morre. Isso. Morre. Aê! É vitória! Chupa, sua vadia! Caralho, toma, cacete!
Mother.
Filha da puta! Que morte! Nossa senhora, se me matou de desgosto. Tá bem. Porra, véi. Que morte, véi. Isso é duro. A morte mais esperada do jogo inteiro aconteceu. Pessoal, melhor fighting boys aí.
That weaves your wills together. Consciousness that blurs the boundary between your own will and that of others. Then we shall set you apart once more. The ties that bind you shall be severed, and humanity return to its proper place. By primogenesis shall a new age of reason begin.
Relax, Your Majesty. Don't you want to play? It's been a long time.
Oxe, como é que ela tá viva?
If that is your wish.
Men, you are as meek as all the others.
Oxi.
Such feeble creatures.
Oxi.
Gifted the power of icons, yet slaves to fickle emotions which usher you to your doom. And so you bind your fragile wills with strands of consciousness.
Edu, se você quiser ver a melhor cena da live, volte acho que 5 minutos só. 5 minutinhos. Aquela prostituta se cometendo suicídio.
United at last, and for but a moment, their flame burned bright. Soon, Muthos shall become our perfect vessel.
And then shall the world be remade.
Not before the bonds are severed, of trust, of respect, of love. Only when every strand of consciousness is cut away, may Muthos return to our side.
Deixa eu ver o último se aparece.
By primogenesis shall all be undone. Mankind shall be rid of his wretchedness, and Muthos of his will. But while he yet clings to it, he has the power to forge bonds anew. And so we bid you, find Muthos, and sever every one.
To destroy that which has no physical form. You ask the impossible.
There is nothing your black blade cannot cut, Odin. We shall unite with Muthos and bring forth a new world. So long as our vessel remains unclaimed by humanity.
It shall be done, Master. My will is yours.
Agora só botar o último. Está pedofilia, né? É o nome. Pedofilia não, peraí. Qual é o nome quando um filho com a mãe? Esqueci. Incesto aí.
How is your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Tyre says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all.
De mal a pior. Ah, novo poder, o poder da luz. Adoro roubar poder dos outros. Demora da porra essa. Também demora pra fazer estrago.
Tony won't be happy if I disturb Joshua. While he rests, I might as well see what Otto has to say.
Deixa eu ver as habilidades novas. Esse ataquezinho aqui parece ser danudo. Foi o seguinte, vou tirar essa bosta aqui. Botar o Titã. E vai ficar assim. Botar esse foguinho. Deixa eu ver habilidades aqui. O jogo meio que dá spoiler que vai vir mais habilidades porque, tipo, tá formando um círculo e o círculo não tá completo. Porra, soltar um... Meu sonho sempre foi soltar um Kamehameha, meu irmão. Que pariu, mas também consome... Deixa eu pegar aqui, redefinir pontos aqui também. Deixa eu ver outra habilidade aqui que seja boa. Essa aqui. É a que dá mais dano do jogo, é verdade. Tô vendo aqui o dano. É ela e ela. Essa aqui não dá tanto dano. Essa aqui também não. E essa aqui, mas só que essa aqui vai... Pra boa isso aqui é inútil. Até agora eu não upei nenhum 10 pra ver como fica a diferença. Ah, só vou upar isso aqui. Que bosta. Prefiro o meu dash normal. Assim. Não, ele muda que você dá um dash, tipo, em vez de dar uma bolinha de fogo, sabe? No final. Tipo... Esse aí, o normal, você dá várias espadadas, não é que ele só dá uma bolinha de fogo, tipo ali, ó. No final ali, mostra os aprimoramentos. Esse aqui não muda nada, velho, quando eu upo. Será que demora? Esse aqui eu não gostei, foi combo aéreo, mas não gostei. Tá, de qualquer jeito tem um troféu do jogo que eu vou ter que pegar todas as habilidades. Então... Tá, vou definir desse aqui. Aí. Pô, ainda tem mais um. Desgraça. Haja ponto, meu irmão. Tá, eu vou deixar o barrage com o máximo. Isso aqui eu deixo isso aqui. Tá bom. Foi o seguinte. Aqui eu deixo a habilidade do foguinho para ser roubada. Kamehameha, claro. Vou pegar esse aqui, pronto. Acabou. Eu vou lá. Deixo o barrage. Coloco aqui, ó. Pronto. Ah, tá perfeito. Peraí que eu já volto aqui, bater um mijão. Tá, voltei. Você é doido, tem muito poder, velho. Deveria ter uma quarta aba, eu ficaria feliz. Calma, assim, eu acho que eu vou tirar do Ico aqui, que esse Ico não é tão bom a transformação. Tá indo, pronto, 3.000. Pronto. Caralho, é 6.000? Oh, meu Deus do céu. Que loucura. Tá, vai ficar aqui por enquanto. Tá, vou aprimorar esse fogo aqui. Pronto. Que novos ventos de encontro na próxima lua. Tá bom. Acredito que você e seu grupo conquistaram o domínio sem cada sua jornada lhe tragam de volta ao... Ok. Outro. Quero que você saiba que eu nunca chorei na frente de alguém, nem mesmo de minha mãe. Ah, essa quest aqui foi bonitinha de fazer, esse é doido, foi bem. Cada personagem tem uma escrita diferente, olha que massa. Eu upar até esses detalhes, ó, ali no canto. Tipo, não é a mesma letra.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into Tyre?
Will we ever see the sun again?
Okuyu.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Até ver os novinhos que apareceu. Requadro de caça. Novo. Novo. Tá, tem 2 classe S agora.
Clive. How may I help you today?
Ainda bem que esse trouxa morreu.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just the messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mother Crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. What subject shall we consider today? You are always welcome, Clive.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a cashier at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still, better have branded.
Sid! Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own... Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Dalamil is not...
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
It appears I have no choice but to do what
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news,
Olha, é
Sid.
muito diálogo pra falar dos
Both Conrad
bandidos,
and
velho.
Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Ok, por enquanto irei parar por aqui. Já fiz demais e agora eu tenho que desligar porque eu tenho que fazer. Daqui a pouco eu volto. Falou.